लेह यदि जिए तबे जानी ज्ञानी सब साचा katha kohe. I said if he survives being beaten in 22 marketplaces, then we will understand that he is actually knowledgeable and his words are true. If in spite of being beaten in 22 marketplaces, Haridas remains alive, then we will know that he is truthful and non-duplicitous. And if he dies, then his punishment was proper. So the Qazi says he should be beaten. Now, because others, governor and everybody, they were not so inimical. Governor was not so inimical, but Qazi was inimical. When Haridas Thakur explained that God is one, he's seated in everyone's heart as Paramatma, and everyone does his activity according to his karmas, so it was acceptable for others, except the Qazi. He did not want that Harinam should be spread by Haridas Thakur. Because if he does Harinam, then other Muslims also will follow. So that is why, because he's atheist and inimical also. So he says, let us beat him. But then others also will oppose. So he says, if he survives, then we can understand that he is truthful. And if he dies, then his punishment is proper. पाइका सकले दाकी तर्ज करी कहे ये मत पारी मारी भी ये न प्राण nahi rahe. The Qazi then called the guards and sternly ordered them, beat him in such a way that he will die. So beat him. The word paika, derived from the word padatika, means guards or servants. The servant guards were ordered to severely beat Haridas more than needed to make his life air leave the body. Yavana haya yei Hindu yaini kore pralanta haila sheshes ye papa haitika tare. If a Muslim who follows the Hindu religion is killed, then he will be delivered from that sin. The death sentence is proper punishment for Muslims who give up their religion and follow the religion and behavior of the infidel Hindus. There is no sin more grave than for a non-Hindu to accept the Hindu religion. Death is the only atonement for such a sin. Papi ravachane sei papi agya dila dushtagane asi haridasera dharila. Instigated by the words of the sinful Qazi, the sinful governor gave his order, and the miscreant guards arrested Haridas. So the order, even the Qazi is sinful, and the governor who is listening to his word, he is also sinful. And now he gave the order. He should be beaten. Even today also there is a 22 marketplaces there. The sins of those who envy the Vaishnavas are understood to have fully matured. Since that his Qazi caused mischief to Haridas Thakur, both he and governor were extremely sinful. The guards who arrested Haridas Thakur on the order of their sinful masters were also affected by sinful reactions. Bajare, bajare, saba bedi, dushtagane, mare se jir jivana kori, maha krodhamane. So these guards, they were also miscreants. What they did, they took Haridas from market to market, mercilessly beat him with the whip. Krishna, Krishna, smarana karina Haridasa, namananda deha dukkha nahaya prakasha. He was just chanting the name of Krishna. And on account of that ecstatic remembrance, he felt no pain. He was beaten so mercilessly, but still he was just chanting the holy name of Krishna. देखी हरिदास देहे अत्यंत प्रहार सुजन सकल दुख भावेना पार. So the pious people were greatly distressed to see the excessive beating of Haridas. Hearing and seeing the severe beating and unjustified oppression of Haridas Thakur, the saintly persons became extremely distressed. Some of them openly declared for oppressing the Vaishnavas in this way, Great inauspiciousness will soon fall on this kingdom. Simply as a result of torturing the Vaishnavas, the world faces very various miseries like famine, drought, plague, war. So in this way, lot of miseries come if a Vaishnava is tortured. Keha bale, keha bole, uchcha nahaibe, sarvarajya, se nimitta sujanere, kore hena karya. Someone said, the entire kingdom will be destroyed because they're torturing such a saintly person. Raja Ujirera, Keha Sape, Krodhamane, Mara Mari Korite, Ote, Konajane. Some angrily cursed the governor and the Qazi. Someone else was prepared to fight with them. As a result of the Muslims' misbehavior towards Haridas Thakur, the sadhus became most angry and displeased at heart. Some of them mentally cursed the governor and his minister, and some sowed the seed of discontent in order to bring about a revolution in the state. So they were all very upset. And everybody from inside, they were cursing. Some were expressing the discontent. So Haridas Thakur, when he was beaten, Haridas was just chanting the holy name of Krishna. That is the nature of pure devotee. Even if somebody is insulting him, somebody is beating him, he just chants the name of Krishna. So then the Fuliagam, everybody were completely distressed. Others were crying, the tears were flowing. Kehagiya yavana ganera paye dhare, kichudiva alpakori mara uhare. Another person fell at the feet of Muslims and said, I will give you some money if you don't beat him so hard. Then they went and pleaded to the Muslims, we'll give you money, please don't beat him. Some of them fell at the feet of Muslims who were mercilessly beating Haridas and begged their mercy to spare his life. And some of them tried to stop the beating with the bribes. Tathapiha daya nahi janme papi gane bajare bajare mare moha krodha mane. Nevertheless, the sinful guards showed no mercy, and they angrily continued beating Haridas from market to market. Krishnere prasade Haridasera sharire alpadukho nahi janme eteka pahare. By the mercy of Krishna, Haridas felt no pain whatsoever in spite of such heavy beatings. Asura prahare yena pralhada vigrahe kona dukha na janila sarva shastra kahe. The scriptures explain that Prahlad felt no pain when he was mercilessly beaten by the demons. So the comparison is given with Prahlad Maharaj. His father also tortured him like anything. He was put in the cage, he was to be trampled by the elephant, but the elephant did Dandavat and went up. He was thrown from the cliff. Simhachal is the place where he was thrown from the cliff. Again, Lord protects him. He wanted to, Hiranyakashipu wanted to burn him alive. So Holika was called, who was having the blessings that she will never be burned. But it became contradictory. It became opposite. Just as Hiranyakashipu tortured his Mahabhagavat son, Prahlad, in various ways, Bhagavatam speaks about this, 7.533 to 53. 7.8, 1 to 13. The sinful Muslims also began to torture Haridas Thakur in various ways. Just like Bhaktaraj Prahlad, Haridas did not feel a tinge of pain. The quality of tolerance like this is natural for Mahabhagavatas. They are so absorbed in constantly serving the Supreme Lord that incidents of external world like torture cannot give them any anxiety. That is why Sri Gaur Sundar has stated in his Shikshashtakam that only one who is more tolerant than a tree is able to glorify the topics of Krishna, not others. If a practitioner is intolerant, he will not be able to glorify Hari. For we have seen innumerable cases in this world of persons averse to the Supreme Lord unfairly and unnecessarily attacking the all auspicious, honest preacher, engaged in chanting the names of Hari. and trying to close his mouth, which is engaged in glorifying Hari. The sinful society that is intoxicated by pride, related with family, caste, wealth, and material education, always tries to completely stop glorification of Hari, which is the only absolute truth. Even on the dishonest pretext of duplicitously joining the Sankirtan party in name, they silently oppose chanting the holy names, which are Satyavastu, the absolute truth. So there are people who oppose, and still today also we can see wherever there's a preaching activity going on, there will be people who are there in the Sankirtan, but they are in a duplicit way. Duplicitous means they have the duplicity. They show that they are devotees, but they are actually opposed. So that is why it is said, Satam Nindanam Naha Paramaparadam. There comes the persons who duplicitously join the Sankirtan movement. But there are those who are miscreants, who directly oppose. They don't want the preaching activity to go on. They just want to break the temples, they do destroy the temples. So such type of challenges also come for a person who sincerely preaches the holy name of Krishna. We can see every temple. There's a book which is written, I will build a temple. Srila Prabhupada says, even Prabhupada had to face so many difficulties. The followers of Prabhupada in this mission, they have also faced the difficulties. The followers of Srila Prabhupada is also facing the difficulty. Any temple, you see the history of every temple. There is no temple which has come very easily to any preacher. It comes after a lot of struggle. There will be an external struggle, there will be internal struggle also. And in the internal struggle, you can see there will be uh, some clashes among the devotees also. So it is not so easy to have temple administration. When something is going on very smoothly, suddenly something like a stone will fall on the head. So in this way, it is clearly said in the purpose, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, Prahlad Maharaj also had to face a lot of difficulty. Every preaching activity has challenges. There will be only few who will be left out. There will be many who will walk out. And those few who are left out, they are only the foundation of the temple. And after seeing that faith and the sincerity of that few, Krishna blesses with many. Every temple, you name a temple, initially there will be many. When some administration is going to be set, there will be many who will leave and go. Then there will be few who are left out. And they are the sincere people. And then seeing the sincerity, seeing the dedication to the particular deity in the particular temple, then Lord of mercy flows. Yai matavanera ashesha prahare dukkha na jalmaya Haridasa Thakurera. In this way, Haridas felt no pain as he was mercilessly beaten by the Muslims. Haridasa Smarane, Oe Dukkha Sarvata, Chinde Sei Kshane, Haridase Raki Katha. One who simply remembers Haridas is immediately relieved of all the misery. How then could he be afflicted? What to speak of Haridas not feeling distress from the severe torture, all the distress of a person who even remembers the incomparable tolerance of Haridas will also be completely destroyed. So now here it is said, what to speak of Haridas not feeling distress? Who even remembers the incomparable tolerance of Haridas, even their distress will be completely relieved. So here Haridas was not affected because he was chanting the holy name of Krishna. One who remembers the tolerance of Haridas, what a wonderful statement, just see this. One who remembers the tolerance of Haridas, their distress is also destroyed. Sabeye sakala papi gana tanre mare tara lagi dukha matra bhavenantare. Rather, Haridas felt sorry for the sinful guards engaged in beating him and prayed for them. So Haridas felt sorry for the sinful guards and he was just praying. It's just like how Ramacharya was praying for that Pandit who had given him the poison. Pandit put the poison in the Charnamrut and was trying to give to Ramanacharya. And Ramanacharya is asking forgiveness for that Pandit. Similarly, here Haridas Thakur is asking forgiveness to Lord and praying for them. And just see the heart, so compassionate heart. He felt sorry for the sinful gods, for the benefit and deliverance of those sinful offenders who defy the Bhagavat Vaishnavas. The saintly persons consider them candidates for their mercy and feel concern within their hearts. Such characteristics are also seen in the lives of Jesus Christ and Prophet Muhammad. So here, very clearly, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that Jesus Christ also prayed when he was crucified. Prophet Muhammad also prayed when he was tortured. There was a lady who used to always put garbage on his head when he used to walk. She was so envious of Prophet Muhammad, she used to always put garbage. And it so happened, Prophet Muhammad, one day she did not put. Prophet Muhammad went up and served that lady because she was sick. So in some places, Prophet Muhammad has been glorified. Some places, very clearly it has been said, he is Amsha of Kali. So now, but anyhow, in many places it has been said, he is a saint. So let us take the words of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and see that such characteristics are there in the lives of Jesus Christ and Prophet Muhammad. Because saintly people, they have tolerance. Yehi savajivere Krishna karaha pasada moradrohe nahu ye sabara aparada. O Krishna, be merciful upon these living entities. Forgive them for their offenses of torturing me. If one defies the devotees of the Lord, the Supreme Lord becomes greatly displeased. Realizing that the Supreme Lord would be greatly displeased by the torture inflicted on him by the sinful Muslims, Thakur Haridas prayed at the lotus feet of the Lord for their benefit. The devotees of the Lord never pray that the minds of the living entities always remain distracted from the service of the Supreme Lord, as this brings about their ruination. The Vaishnava Thakurs, who are compassionate to all living entities, never became the cause of others' inauspiciousness. So he knew that if a devotee is hurt, the Lord is greatly hurt. That is why he was just praying. And because they were torturing him, and he knew very well that Lord will be more displeased. And in this way, they will be more ruined. So that is why he was just praying to Lord that please forgive them. They are ignorant. So that is how the prayers are done by the Mahabhagavatas for those who are having inimical attitude towards the devotees. Yei mata papi gana nagare nagare prahara kore Haridas Thakurera. In this way, the sinful gods bait Haridas Thakur in the various marketplace. Druda kari mare tara pranalati laibare manas pratinahi Haridas kera prahara. They beat him so much to kill him, but Haridas was not even disturbed by the beating. Being bewildered by waves of thoughts about the external world, the ordinary conditioned souls accept their own flickering mind as the director of all their activities. But since the devotees of the Lord are constantly engaged in the service of Hari, they do not engage their mind in enjoying external material objects. Rather, they do not retain any memory of any material incident or object. In other words, they have completely forgotten all false bodily identification. It is stated, Krishna Nama Prita, Jade Udasina, Nirdosha Anandamaya. They are attached to the holy names of Krishna, indifferent to material objects, false and always joyful. So in this way, the attachment to the holy name makes them indifferent to these material objects. So here we'll stop. Any questions you can ask. Any questions? No questions? Okay, Medhavini Mataji. Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danat Pranam. Mataji, we are so glad to see all the photos in the group. Mataji, can you just share your realizations from the Dham Yatra this year, Mataji? Anything special? Any
Yeah, I
realization?
could understand. I'm the most foolish person. That's the only realization I can have. Nothing else.
Mataji, please share now, Mataji.
I don't have any realization. I only see that I only have this only realization. There is no fool like me. Any other questions? And I can see that how sincere all the devotees are. So wonderful the devotees are. Bas, that is a realization I can have. And in every pada, how Krishna has protected everyone in different circumstances. 2 times the auto just fell upside down. The devotees are protected. Narayan was completely in the water in Kusum Sarovar. He drowned actually, but they are also not protected. So in different, how Avashya Rakshi Be Krishna. That much only realization I can have. What else?
Thank you, Mataji. Wonderful, wonderful. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? Over. Hare Krishna.